Welcome everyone to HueFin News. Today's November 3rd, 2018, the home of the 2-minute price prediction, as well as give you all the news according to the charts. And for today, we're going to talk about Tesla. Tesla stock is losing steam, and we're going to talk about that with this article today that we've seen on Yahoo Finance. But before I do, make sure you all go ahead and subscribe to this particular channel, because we are the only channel that is able to compare articles along with the price charts to see if it correlates, to see if they go together, because the more information that you guys have regarding a directional move in stocks should definitely increase your probabilities of maintaining profitability. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and look at this particular article. It was uploaded yesterday, November 2nd, 2018. The author name is James Titcomb, and the title reads, U.S. regulators demand Tesla hand over information amid investigation into production forecasts. That title alone tells you that there could be some negativity for this company on the horizon, which literally can entail that downside movement can be expected for the stock. Okay, so let's go ahead and scroll down and see some of the highlighted section that I've placed. And you can tell here that information, the U.S. regulators have asked that, well, they haven't asked, they demanded that Tesla hand over information as part of a criminal investigation into Elon Musk. Tesla car company has misled investors over its production figures. So this article already goes into letting you know the negativity as to the information as part of a criminal investigation. That definitely holds some weight in this article, stating a criminal investigation that can definitely have some negative publicity for this particular company too. The company has disclosed that it received a subpoena from the SEC, as well as an informal request from the Department of Justice. The two regulators are investigating whether Elon and the company has overpromised about how many new Model 3 cars that they will be able to make in Q3. The investigation threatens to drag Tesla back into trouble, even as it appears to have emerged from a year of turmoil. And it goes on talking about how Elon Musk settled with the SEC probe about how he was going to take the company privately through a tweet, as well as fears of its financial state by reporting its profit in over 2 years. Now, those are two positive. That's why we were able to see Tesla trade from $240 all the way back up to where it's being traded now, $346 per share. And now we have this on the horizon. The SEC has issued subpoenas to Tesla about certain projections that they, talking about Tesla, made for the Model 3 production rates during 2017, as well as other public statements relating to the Model 3 production. The Department of Justice has also asked for Tesla to voluntarily provide information about each of these matters and is investigating. Now, Tesla started manufacturing the Model 3 in the summer of 2017. Elon tweeted that it would be, or it could be, making 20,000 Model 3 cars a month in December of 2017. Ultimately, you can see there that the company only made 2,425 cars in the entire fourth quarter. So 3 months they only made 2,425 cars. That's definitely a huge offset from what Elon tweeted that it will make in the month of December, or cars a month in December. And here's a small graph that you can tell here that in Q4 2017, that's all they've made, when Elon was forecasting 20,000 cars a month. Now, it's not a surprise, because a lot of forecasts are literally just that, they're just forecasts, and once they miss it, it's not uncommon for that to occur. But should the government decide to pursue an enforcement action, there exists the possibility of a material adverse impact. That literally means that the stock's going to go lower. Okay, so if the SEC or the DOJ goes ahead and finds some actual material that can hit this particular company, that's going to be a huge negative light, and we could see a massive decrease in price for Tesla stock. So this article literally just trying to keep this on your horizon, that there's still some negative aspects to this particular company. And I wanted to show you guys this. This is a tweet from Machine Planet. A growing number of photos, including aerial shots, have been posted on Twitter showing cars with mismatching or missing panels parked around its factory in Fremont, California. They show what the posters claim are piles of scrap parts, such as subframes and plastic panels, built in a rush to hit quarterly production targets. And as you can see here, let's go ahead and look at this tweet. Tesla, you guys can see here in this particular corner that there's a lot of scrap metals going on at this particular facility in Fremont. Let's go ahead and see another photo. And you can see here more piles of cars, full built machines. You can see doors off these particular Model 3s as well. This garbage yard is in the southeast corner of the property. Piles of scrap frames and fully assembled vehicles to the right and scrap plastics to the left. I've included detailed shots of the vehicle piles I've posted separately because what is going on at Tesla. You can see here more cars, more trash, and heaps of metal, plastic piled up alongside the perimeter of the facility. And you can see here that even a lot of vehicles seem as if they're fully capable of being driven are literally filled with dust and as if they haven't been moved in a while for this particular company. There's a lot of indications you can see here on these two trash bins that there's a lot of shop plastic, plastic shop racked up for painting, but also two bins of painted bumpers. Some of them are even wrapped. Go ahead and see this here. You can see at many locations within the complex there are cars sporting a distinctive coat of lathrop wax reminiscent of all those cars we saw at dusty Central Valley locations during the summer. Why are they back in Fremont now? So you guys can see a lot of cars here are very dusty. They have not been cleaned. It looked like they just parked them here where 18-wheeler flatbeds should be parked, but instead they went ahead and placed these Tesla vehicles at their facility there. You can see here on this particular Model 2 that these cars look perfectly fine, but why are they back at their facility? And it seems as if this is a makeshift parking lot to where they just created an area for they can hold these Model 3s. Are they not selling? So they brought them back to the lot because it looked as if they're quite dusty as well too. So the positivity of the market and Tesla definitely seems as if something is awry. You guys can see here that many of these cars, this is provocative, Model X's and Model 3, some of which have already been wrapped for delivery. You guys can tell these vehicles here are wrapped for delivery, have been completely gutted, hoods removed, and nowhere to be found. The innards can be seen as if a mechanic had rummaged through them. So if you guys want more information about this particular tweet, go ahead and I'll have this link for you all so you guys can read the rest of this article regarding the negativity that is currently being displayed here. A professor at the Ashton University, name is David Bailey. He said the pictures suggest bit rework and rectification issues with vehicles coming off the production line. Quality has historically been an issue for Tesla, but early buyers were willing to accept that because they bought into image. The mass market will not be so forgiving. He also added that it could have been that they were so keen to rush cars off the production line that they pulled out all the stops to hit their targets to keep investors happy and make a profit, and this is the consequence. This week, Mr. Musk called reports that the criminal investigation was deepening and that the FBI was closing in absurd and utterly false. So definitely you can see a lot of negativity being reflected on Tesla stock through this article. So now let's look at the price chart to see if it correlates with some of this negativity that we are seeing here at this particular space. This is the monthly chart for Tesla, and you guys can see here a lot of volume has been displaced over the last 3 months for Tesla stock. The weekly chart is going to show you another indication of some major indication that selling has been going on in the market over the last week. And we just concluded this previous week, and we still didn't get the inclination that Tesla wants to continue to move higher. So I do think we are pumping the brakes on Tesla moving to the upside. If you guys saw our last video, I'm looking for Tesla to move higher, but not as positive as some of the analysts are who track Tesla. I think they're saying like 363 they're expecting Tesla to come to. Now that's probable, but I was looking more or less around $350, which it did when it came to $349.20 yesterday. But one of the things I want to point out to you is this amount of volume that is coming into the market. It resembles the fact that we're losing that interest to the upside. Strength is still here at this moment. So again, we can come up here to this particular line that we've drawn, and maybe even 360, and then we'll start seeing some indications of some stockpiling weakness coming back down to the downside. So the article is insinuating that we do have weakness here. The chart is giving us the same depiction because the volume has been on a decrease from what we've seen the last 5 or 6 trading days in Tesla. So I think a lot of the investors are becoming a little bit more leery as to the overall strength and viability of Tesla once again. So we're just literally stating that the price chart is telling us to be on guard as we're trading around that $350 price area. We can get a quick move to 360. We got to acknowledge that fact, but overall we're definitely seeing a slight change that we're not as strong as what we once were last week. So the article is correlating with the price chart as of this particular moment. We will see what occurs with Tesla next week, but again, from what we're seeing now, the movement to the upside is subsiding. So I definitely want to mention that to you all. Tell us what you guys think. Do you guys think that Tesla is still a buy right here at $346.41? Let us know with a comment in the comment section of the video. And while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Go ahead and like and share it while you're there on this particular video. We do appreciate you all watching. Let us know your thoughts. In the meantime, make sure you all maintain your profitability, and I will see you all later.